In this in this next in this video for Liberty University, I'm going to talk about in this next assignment for Liberty University, I'm going to talk about my dissertation proposal. What I'm going to talk about is my research proposal basically deals with more minority inclusion in the confined workspace. Well, what this paper is going to basically deal with is having more minority inclusion in the workplace, meaning for years there has been a lack of diversity in the confined workspace, and minorities have been left out to dry, and um, and 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 um, and this trend hasn't changed since the years past. And what we want to do is we want to have better hiring practices for for mm, for minorities and for everyone in general. We want to level the playing field in general. We want equal pay, equal jobs, and equal representation in everything that we do. And that's not going to come easy. What comes with it is we have to work through a lot of things. With it comes with more unionization, more, more, applying for more, more positions. Applying for more positions, like more CEO type of positions. That's what we want to attain. More CEO type of positions, and that's not easy because and it's not that's not easy because those positions are just simply not easy to come by. And women are, we also want to give equal representation to women, because women have for years have been left out in the cold in terms of job opportunities, and want to equal the playing field with the other gender, and you want them to have equal pay as well, and equal representation, and equal status quo as men. And what this paper is going to talk about is the barriers and difficulties of achieving inclusion. Inclusion and diversity are two different things, and with diversity you need inclusion, and inclusion you need diversity, and with it comes changing the way your hiring practices are occurring, and that trend is changing, but it will evolve within time. And another thing this paper will talk about is what can we do to have more equal opportunities. Well, we can do is set up grants and set up some sort of financial situations where you can afford to hire more equal representation, and more equal pay, more equal jobs. And this comes with grants and others outside donations that these companies can provide for minorities and women and everyone included. And 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 this paper is also going to talk about what's the future of strategic communication. In strategic communication, for years, we've had basically the majority controlling most of the job markets, and the hiring practices haven't changed. And in strategic communication in the near future, we want more equal pay for minorities, and more equal representation, more equal jobs. And in strategic communications and campaign type of communications, we want this to be equal. And since it's an evolving field and it's an ever-changing field, we wanted to change in the near future. And this basically what it's going to cover. It's going to cover everything from the history of the job market and inclusion and diversity, and what we can do to afford more minority inclusion and in the confined workspace, and and the future of strategic communications. Well, thank you for enjoying my research proposal.